Hi, my name is Mark and today I want to tell you something about Don't Starve, the board game. Don't Starve, the board game from Glass Cannon Unplugged, will be on Kickstarter on September 30th. I will leave link to the campaign in the description of this video. It's a board game based on a famous indie video game also called Don't Starve, and you play as characters that are teleported into a strange, dangerous world full of traps, and your goal is to survive, and in this game also to complete different scenarios. This is a scenario-based game, but not a campaign-based game. You can complete different scenarios in any order you like. We will unlock stuff between scenarios. There's one scenario that is fully replayable. You can play it many times because it's got different goals randomized. But basically your main goal is to explore, craft items, gain resources and survive. You can of course play this game solo. It's a cooperative game for 1 to 4 players. It contains a true solo mode, which means that you can play this game with only one character. It's not Zombicide where you have to play with 6. You can play with 1 and try to stay alive. In a second I will tell you how the game plays, what the game is about, and then we come back here for a brief summary. So this is Don't Starve, the board game. I will not go into too many details. I just want to basically tell you more or less what the game is about. If you want to see a full how to play video, you should visit Glass Cannon Unplugged YouTube channel. There is a video where they explain all the rules. But basically this game is about exploration, just like the video game. Your main goal is to walk around, explore, discover new biomes and then different locations, gather resources, craft resources, but most importantly your main task is to survive, because this is a survival game. Everything wants to kill you, everything wants to remove your sanity and health and hunger, and you need to survive. Here we have a few tiles that are not all the tiles that should be placed on the table according to the scenario, but I wanted everything to fit in the frame of this video. Basically, when you play the game, there are different scenarios. When you choose a scenario, there is the whole setup. It shows you how you should place all the tiles. There are many more tiles in the game box, so you place, they have different types of terrain, so you place those tiles according to the scenario. Also, please remember, I forgot to tell it, that this is a prototype copy. Everything is still a work in progress, and the final game will be different, I mean better probably. Still, even for a prototype, everything looks really good. So we have those scenarios, and the game will include, I'm not sure how many scenarios, but a few of them. They are replayable, they have different paths, so you basically choose, depending on your choices or how well you perform in a scenario, maybe the outcome will change and the scenario itself will change a little. But you have different scenarios, you can play them in an order. Completing a scenario will give you unlock points, and you can spend those unlock points on getting new cooking recipes, new items and new structures for your home base. But you can play those scenarios in an order, and there will be one special scenario called Last Wish that is replayable, and this Last Wish scenario will have randomized goals that you will have to complete in order to finish it. So this is a scenario-based game, but not a campaign game per se, because you can play those scenarios in any order you like, and there's even a scenario that you can replay. So, a lot of elements here. The main area, as I said already, different locations that you will move around with your hero, with your character, and explore and reveal, etc. You have your player board that looks like this. This is your backpack where you have space for different resources that you will gather during the game. You have those focus tokens that you can use to reroll dice. You have your activation token that shows if you have activated your character in your turn or not. If you performed your action, you will flip it, and you know that this hero, this character, has already performed an action this turn. And this is your dial with different stats. You have health, hunger and sanity. Each character has got a separate dial with different starting stats and different icons on the dial itself. You don't want to lose those stats, but you will lose health and hunger and sanity, and if you lose it, everything will go much more difficult for you in the game. Each character has got a different set of cards. For example, here we have Willow. This is her card with starting stats, number of tokens, some personal items that you already have. You have those ability cards that tell you what special abilities you have, what special actions you can perform. Like she's got this lighter that she can use to fight with monsters. The lighter gives Willow light during the night. She's got ember that she can collect and then spend to like fight with enemies. So this is pretty cool. And each character in the game has got different, let me find it, different stats, different abilities, different way of play. Like you have Wendy, and she's got this ghost sister. If you play the video game, you know what I'm talking about. Then we have the base board, the home board. This is where is the portal tile. It basically moves you to this location, and you have some structures that you can use to survive and to stay alive. Those structures are created from blueprints, and those blueprints you will unlock during the game. In the prototype, you have a few of them to choose at the start of the game. A lot of times when you want to use them, you have to spend essence to perform those actions. You can regain the essence, but it's not an easy thing to do. You have this round board. It tracks all the phases of each round. It also contains those needs tiles, and those tiles tell you what stats you will lose, like values at the end of each round. You have your whole round to like gather food and maybe gather some light in order to survive. Then there are the weather cards. In this prototype you have only winter, but in the full game you will have winter, spring, autumn and fall, and summer, sorry. Each season in this game has got a separate deck of cards, and you will reveal those cards. You reveal one at the start of the round, so you know what you should prepare for, and then next round you will reveal a new card. Those cards tell you how that you should protect from maybe rain, maybe cold, or maybe heat, depending on the season. If you don't manage to protect from this, for example here from the frost, you will lose health and you will lose hunger. Sometimes you can gain something. Here are special effects, like here for example the locations, the exploitation marker will go up. It means that you can again use all of the locations in the game. Sometimes new monsters will spawn, and sometimes the food that you have in your backpack will basically rot and you will have to throw it away. Here are some scenario cards dedicated for this scenario. They tell you what is your goal, how you should behave. They have some additional rules that you have to follow. And that's basically it. Oh, okay, one more thing. Here we have those shadow creatures, and those shadow creatures are deadly creatures that appear when you lose sanity. The more sanity you lose, the more shadow creatures you will have near your player board revealed, and those creatures will haunt you and will attack you in the shadow creature phase of the round. To win the game, you have to finish the scenario. Each scenario gives you specific goals. To lose the game, you lose the game when you die, when one of the characters dies. You have this meat effigy token. You can spend it to revive this one character. And if someone dies again and you don't have this meat effigy token, the game is over, so you lose the game. You also lose the game if the scenario tells you like to lose the game if you didn't manage to do something. But you also lose the game, but after 6 rounds, when you, at the end of each round, you remove one of those needs tiles, you remove it, and then if you remove the last one and you didn't finish the scenario, you will lose the game. But how do you play the game? I'm talking a lot about losing, but how do you play the game? There are, each round, you have, this should be here, you have 6 actions, like 6 turns, and each turn of the game, each character can perform some actions. When all characters perform the actions, you will rotate it, and when it goes to 0, this is the end of the round. During your activation, during your turn, the first thing that you can do is to move. You can move to an adjacent tile. If the tile is placed face down, you have to reveal it and place it like this. And you move your character there. So this is one action, free movement. And then you can do another thing, and another thing is a second move action. So you can move again, so you can move once here and once again. You can explore, interact, fight, or you can trade. The first movement is like you don't have to move if you don't want to. The free movement, I mean at the start of your turn, if you are in a location where you want to be and you want to perform some actions here, you don't have to move. The first movement is free, you can use it, you don't have to use it. What actions you have? You can move again, this is the first thing you can do. You can explore. Exploration means that you have to take a deck of cards with the specific symbol here. This symbol means that you will gain this resource when you explore this location. Let's say I want to do it. And you will flip this card and you will place it on a location. If you don't want to take a card from the top of the deck, you can take one random card from the bottom. Maybe this resource is not the one you are looking for, so you can take another card here. But let's say we take this card. You place it here. You take this cube and put it here on the exploitation track. It tells you how many times you can interact with the location. If you look at the location card, it tells you some areas here that you can interact with. Here you can maybe get stones or get grass. Here you can cut a tree. But you also have a monster, and this is Hound. Hounds are quite dangerous in this game. Look at this teeth. The Hound is here, and you can also fight this Hound. But as you can see, the background of this monster is red. So this means this is a hostile enemy. So after exploration, you need to roll a monster die and see the outcome. This means, this red symbol, that this monster wants to bite you and he will deal 2 damage. As a bonus for the exploration. This is a difficult game, it's hard to survive here. Sometimes there are enemies, like, let me find the proper one, maybe I will find it, like for example this one. If you explore another location, another biome, and you have this peak here, this background is like not red, it means this monster will not attack you when you enter, when you explore the location or when you interact with location. There is this monster. You can also explore a location that is already explored, because this like translates to exploring whole areas in the video game. So if you are in a location like this already and you want to explore it, you can remove it, remove those cards. You will take a new card with a new monster, new mob. You will place it and you have a new location. If the new monster is hostile, you have to roll the monster die. So if you reveal a location, this is not a location you have to keep for the end of the game. Until the end of the game, you can explore again and like take a new card. So first proper action each turn is movement. Second one is exploration. Third one is interact. On the card you have different areas that tells you what you can do and how you can interact with them. We cannot cut a tree because we don't have an axe, but we can try to get maybe grass or stone. Let's say that I want to use the interaction here. This is a hostile monster, he will try to bite me. So first I need to move the exploitation down, then I have to take a monster die because he would like to damage me, and I have to take my character die. I will roll it. This means this monster again will deal damage to me. I already have 4, but this 3 means that I managed to gain and gather and find some stone. You may wonder, why am I gathering all those resources here? You will gather those resources because you have this cool crafting book, and this crafting book contains all the different items that you can craft and build in the game. Not in the game, in the prototype, because in the full game you will have more of them. Each item has got some requirements, what type of resources you need to gather, some bonuses. Sometimes you need another item to create the more advanced item, but those are the items that are required, or not required, but you can create to give you some bonuses, to give you some defense like this, to help you with attack, to help you with cutting trees and interacting with different locations. So this is pretty cool. You have this crafting book. Crafting is a free action, you can perform it anytime you want during your turn, you just have to spend resources. So this is the interaction. You can interact with the areas, the action areas on the card itself. Then you can trade if you have more characters on one location. They all can trade with each other, exchange resources, exchange items. And the last thing that you can do is to fight. Fighting is maybe the most, let's say, complex part of the game, because if you want to fight a monster, you have to look at the attack value of the monster. This is 6, and this means that you will take 6 monster dice and you will roll it for the monster. You will also take your one single die, this is your character die, but you can also use different items that you have, different bonuses that you have. So for example, with Willow, I can use this lighter, and this lighter will give me 1 success. I can also spend Ember to give me my, let's say, combat power. It says here, Ember is a special resource for Willow. By spending 2, I can gain 1 attack. So I can do it, let's say we do it. Now I have to see the attack value of a monster, then I have to subtract my attack value. 6 minus 1 is 5, so 1 die is removed. And I have to roll it, roll all those dice and see how it goes. You roll those dice and then you check the outcome. There are different symbols. This means the monster dealt damage to you. This swirl here means that it's negated one of your successes. This means that this triggered a special ability of a monster. Some monsters, they have special abilities that trigger when you roll this symbol. After gaining all the damage, calculating everything, you need to end combat with at least 1 success. Success is this yellow icon. It's either here or on an item that you are using. And remember that this symbol negates 1 success. So after dealing all the damage, if you survived and if you end the combat with at least 1 success, you manage to win. If you win a fight, you have to place this defeated monster token on the card and you will gain some bonuses shown here. If you won, you get 3 monster tokens, you get them and you get some resources and you get 3 times raw meat. But even if you lose, the monster is not removed, but you still get something from the fight, like a consolation prize. And this is how combat looks like. As you can see, going into combat unprepared, it's not the best way to play this game, because those monsters are quite deadly and quite dangerous. It's better to craft some weapons and armor and then go and fight with enemies. If multiple characters are on the same location, they can fight together. It's also an easier way to survive. So this is how combat basically looks like. And those are your actions. If everyone performs an action, you will rotate this tracker and that's it. Here you can see sun and here you can see moon, because they are like day and night. And depending if this is day or night, some monsters may behave differently and some need styles, they have different requirements. When you finish, when everyone finished all the actions, the round ends, and then you use this round tracker. The first thing from the action phase is shadow creature phase. If they are revealed, they will deal you damage. Sometimes they will remove sanity or they will try to attack you. Then you move to the need styles phase. You have to lower your stats. If you have some food, you can of course eat it to regain this loss. You can even cook some food during your turn earlier in the game to maybe, get some better bonuses, because eating raw food is not always the good idea. It's not a good idea sometimes because sometimes you will lose sanity from eating raw food. After the need style phase, you go to the weather phase, and during the weather phase, you also need to like prevent the cold on this card here. The more symbols you are not able to prevent, the more damage or the more food hunger you will lose. There is this blizzard marker, and this means that in the game you place this storm marker in the middle. After crossing the storm marker, the requirements on each weather card will be more harsh and dangerous. Then there is the scenario phase. Sometimes the scenario tells you to do something, and then you go to the preparation phase. You flip the used focus tokens. If you have some of them are used, you flip your activation token back to the ready side. Some characters, they have some abilities that trigger in the preparation phase, like Weber can grow a beard, and then you again go to the action phase. Of course, earlier you should have removed this need tile, because you remove each round one need tile. When they are gone, you lose the game if you didn't manage to win this scenario. And this is basically how you play the game. You have a lot of different resources, and you can see this is the different resources that you can find in the game. Sometimes they are double-sided, like you can process. If you have wood and you use torch, you can burn it and have coal, for example. There are a lot of different monsters that you will be able to fight. Some dangerous, like this hound. Some not so dangerous, like this pig, unless you are Weber, because pigs don't like Weber. This is Spider Boy. You have merms, a lot of different monsters. Here are those tokens, and you can gain those tokens as a reward for defeating those monsters. So this is how you play Don't Starve the board game. Let's go to the summary. So now you know how the game plays, you know what the game is about, more or less. I will try to tell you what are the advantages of this game and disadvantages, what you may like, what you may not like in this game. I think that this game is truly adaptation of the video game. A lot of people who played the video game played the board game, and they all say that it's true to the video game version. So this is like a big pro. This is not just an adaptation with Don't Starve logo on the box. It's really, it feels like the Don't Starve, the proper Don't Starve. It's got crafting, exploration, survival. It's all here inside. The exploration part is fun. You have different biomes, you have different locations, you have to explore. You are never sure what you will find. And just like in the video game, there are a lot of like surprises. Sometimes you are looking for bees and you will find some other monsters. This is life, this is Don't Starve. A lot of different resources. The whole crafting mechanic is cool. Like in this book, you have all those cards and you have to find resources, you have to craft items. Those items will help you to survive. You need items to interact with different elements on the location card, so it's pretty interesting. You have different characters. You have Willow, Wendy, Weber, and Wilson in the base game. You also have this follower gift and early bird. If you follow the campaign before it launches on September 30th, you will get a small expansion with additional content for the game. If you back the game within the first 72 hours, you will get Wolfgang character as a free add-on. So it's a clever thing to do, to follow this campaign before it launches and to back the game if you're interested in the game just after it launches, because you will get this follower gift and the early bird gift. But in the base game you have those 4 characters, the 5th one, Wolfgang. There will be more, probably, or not, but probably. And the cool thing is that each character feels different. This is cool. Like if you play the video game, you know, you will smile many times playing this game, because like you have Willow, she's got this Abigail ghost, and there's Weber, he can be friends with spiders. You have Wilson, he's got beard and he can transmute resources, and you have Wendy with the ghost, but you have Willow, and Willow can use the lighter to, you know, fight with monsters, and it gives her light. Pretty cool. And thanks to all the abilities, each character feels different. I like that you have scenarios here, but they can be played in an order. You will unlock new things. You have this last wish scenario that is replayable with different goals. So even one scenario, if you repeat the same scenario, depending on your choices and on your like performance, you will have maybe different outcome. Different things will happen in the scenario. You have different layout of the tiles, and exploration reveals different cards. So even replaying the same scenario gives you some new experience. The game looks really good, mostly thanks to the clay art, but also Glass Cannon. They did a really good job with the prototype, with the art, with the layout of this game. But the artwork of Don't Starve is amazing. I'm a huge fan of Tim Burton, and this game feels like a Tim Burton movie. I know that Tim Burton is popular right now with Wednesday and all of this, but the video game Don't Starve is quite old. I don't remember when it was released, but it's not a new game, and it already had all those cool, dark, gloomy, but also humorous world in it, and everything what was in the video game is here in the board game. Things that you may not like, if you have a small table, it will be difficult to play this game. This game takes a lot of space on the table. It's a table hog with all those cards and locations and player boards and round boards, home boards, tokens and everything. It needs a big table. If you don't like difficult games, this game may not be for you, because the game is hard. You will die a lot. You will have to repeat maybe each repetition, each new playthrough of the game will be easier because you will know a lot of things, and the learning part is like a crucial part of Don't Starve. When you play it for the first time, you will never know what resources to expect on different location types. You don't know what you should use to craft something. Maybe you don't know how to process resources. The more you play it, the more experienced you will be. But if you don't like difficult games and punishing games, you will be annoyed when you play Don't Starve the board game. And also, if you don't like random games, this game may not be for you. There's quite a lot of randomness in the exploration part. When you reveal a card, you never know what card you will reveal. And in combat, you roll a lot of dice. And you know, with dice, sometimes your combat will be easier for you and sometimes will be devastating depending on the dice results. You can reroll the dice, but not always, not every time you have those focus tokens. So there is quite a lot of randomness, but this is an adventure, game. And the video game is also random. When I played Don't Starve the video game, there were situations that I wanted to find something specific, and I knew that it should be in a specific type of area, but I couldn't find it. It was like randomly generated, so the same is here. But like with all crowdfunding games, you should visit the pre-launch page of Don't Starve. There is the link in the description of the video. You should visit the campaign of Don't Starve, because all the information will be there, and you have to decide for yourself if this is something you want to back and buy or not. But I can only suggest again that if you are considering getting Don't Starve the board game, you should visit the pre-launch page and click notify, because you will get the follower gift, and then if you back within the first 72 hours, you get the early bird gift for free as well. So it's better to decide sooner than later. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know in the comment if you played Don't Starve the video game, if you played Don't Starve, if you plan to get Don't Starve the board game, maybe you played this game on some events. I know that it was available on Gen Con, for example, to try. So let me know what are your thoughts about Don't Starve. Visit Don't Starve the board game Kickstarter page, link in the description. Visit me on different social media, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.